Ladies and gentlemen, the hardcore puckhead is proud to announce the next team to join the 2023 Stanley Cup playoffs, the reigning, defending, undisputed Stanley Cup heavyweight champions, and will still be when the month of June hits. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. What a night last night, huh? So, the Avalanche had three ways to clinch last night, and it was interesting. One, just winning in. Two, a point and Calgary loses. Three, Calgary loses regulation and Nashville lost. Now, number three was out of the way because Nashville did beat Vegas in overtime. And then our game progressed. Our game got started in San Jose. And Calgary was still playing. They were behind and they actually lost to Chicago. Can you believe it? Well, I kind of can't because Calgary's just yet they're this close behind Winnipeg. Isn't that something? So with that loss, all we needed was to go to overtime. But I thought, well, that game was going to matter because we were up 2-0 and then 3-1. Then San Jose came back with like two quick goals to tie it. But the clock was still on our side because all the clock had to do was run out with that score up, and we're in. And that's what happened. We ended up going to overtime, and that point got us into playoffs. And then McKinnon wins it. But it was crazy because I was thinking back. You know, it was April 4th. Yesterday was April 4th. Today's the 5th. I was thinking back, and I thought, it was 4 years ago on that day. We needed 1 point to clinch, and we got it by getting to overtime. Then we won. But that's what happened. That's what happened. McKinnon got the goal in overtime, but we clinched when we went to overtime. And the thing, and what made it extra special was that goal was Mac's 100th point of the season. He finally did it in his 10th season, which is fitting because 10. I'm crazy about math. 10 is the square root of 100. In his 10th season, McKinnon finally got to 100. His career high in points this season is 99, and that was that same year, 4 years ago, 18-19 at 99 points. But yeah, Mac entered that game needing 3 to get to the century mark. His first came with an assist. Then he had the goal in the second period. That was 99, and the overtime goal made it even 100. Ranson was hungry for number 50. He didn't get it, but he will. He will. He's got time. He still needs one more to get to 5-0. But yeah, that whole game was just nuts. And how could I forget the piece to resistance? We're in first place. Yeah, we're in first place. It's a three-way tie in points. It's a three-way tie in points. 98, 98, 98 all across the way between all three teams. But games in hand. 3 Swedish words in the English language when it comes to standings. And the Avs have played one fewer game than both the Stars and the Wild, who are also playoff bound. So yeah, so that is the difference. That is the difference right now. And so yeah, we are back in. We are back in, and regardless of how it turns out for us at the end of this regular season, we are now 16 wins away from this happening again. But yeah, though, it's pretty tight. It is tight in that Central Division. Like I said, it's a three-way tie. It's a three-way tie in points, and it's a three-way tie in points. But the Avs are in first place because we have one game in hand. We played one fewer game than both Minnesota and Dallas. I think it's Dallas. Yeah, I think Dallas is the second place team. Minnesota went from first to third, just like that. Um, Now I'm not going to give like the rest of the schedule for these teams, but I'll just actually, you know what? I think I will. I think I will. Let me go. First, I'll go to Minnesota's schedule. But yeah, because Minnesota's the third place. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. The division may need it may need the final it may need the final day to sell it. Now, here's the interesting thing: none of these three teams play each other for the rest of the regular season. I think the game. I think when the Avs played the Wild and the Stars last week, I think that was it for any head-to-head interaction between any two of the three teams. Because I think Minnesota and Dallas are done with each other, playing against each other. So here's Minnesota's remaining schedule. Okay, they got 5 games left. They go to Pittsburgh. They host St. Louis. They go to Chicago. They go to Pittsburgh tomorrow. They host St. Louis on Saturday. They go to Chicago on Monday. They host the Jets on Tuesday, and their regular season ends next a week from tomorrow in Nashville. That's kind of cushy because they're playing. Okay, only 2 of the 5 games are against teams above the playoff line, but they're both in the wild card standings. I trust Pittsburgh, though I don't know if I should. After all, they're kind of slipping. Actually, I have to correct myself. Only one of them is because Pittsburgh is now behind the line again. So yeah, the only game they have left is the only game they have against a team that's above the line is Winnipeg. We don't know. I don't know which Jets we're gonna get, but I would love to. I do trust Pittsburgh, even though recent games tell me I shouldn't. But yeah, that's what's going down for the now third place Wild. Yeah, third place. You avoid playing the first place team, but you have to start the road. Uh, but yeah, Dallas, the second place Stars. Okay. Oh, okay. This is interesting. So okay, tomorrow they host Philly, and then they host Vegas on Saturday. Then on Monday they go to Detroit, and they end the season with a home and home against St. Louis. They go to St. Louis next Wednesday, and they host the Blues a week from Thursday. Pretty cushy, pretty cushy. Now, just like Minnesota, they only have one game left against a team that's above the playoff line. But that game's against Vegas. That might help. That might help us. But Dallas at home, but even so, it's Vegas. They're kind of on another level, so that might help us out. We might get some upsets too, so who knows? I'm hoping for that. I still remember. I think yesterday was 5 years ago. Yesterday, I needed the lowly Blackhawks to beat the Blues to help us, and that happened right down in the last second. Okay, now the Avs. The Avs. We have 6 games left. We have 6 games left. It's kind of tough, but we're a tough team, though. I think we have the toughest remaining schedule left. Now we're still in San Jose because we have to play them again tomorrow at the Shark Tank. After that, and that's gonna be part of a California road trip because we had to L.A. on Friday. We had to L.A. on Saturday, and then head to the OC on Sunday to face the Ducks, and then we have our final 2 home games against Edmonton on Tuesday. Against Edmonton on Tuesday, and then a week from tomorrow, we host the Jets, and then we end the season on Friday in Nashville. That's the makeup game. That's a makeup game because that game was supposed to be played on that game was supposed to play on Black Friday, but the water main combusted in Nashville, so we couldn't play that game. But yeah, so we have 6 games left, but three are against teams who are above the playoff line. Two of them, two of them are against teams way above it, but two of the three are at home, so that's a good thing. But yeah, so yeah, we're doing a lot more traveling. We're doing a lot of traveling, but we should make the best of it. But yeah, it's gonna be scoreboard watching from this point on because we need to depend on teams to. We need to take care of our own business, but we also need to depend on teams to kind of take Minnesota and Dallas down a peg or two. Hopefully these teams can do it, but hopefully these teams can do it, and hopefully we take care of our own business, and we'll finish first again and get the well almost almost said get the cushy roll spot of face the wild card though. Uh, Winnipeg, even with their issues, they still look good, and then you got Seattle. They're pretty, they're pretty good. They're pretty strong. But anyway, so yeah, congratulations. We're back in it, and I honestly think it's a matter of time before we celebrate again. And this is all in spite of the injuries. Our captain hasn't played all year, but he's close to coming back. McKinnon has missed some games, yet he still has 100 points. McCarr has missed some games. McCarr didn't play last night. Uh, it's a season where Rantanen kind of had to be the leader for a bit, but we did it. We're here, and again, we're 16 wins away from repeat city. But anyway, that is my video. If you like this video, click the like button, click subscribe. If you want more of my story on Vocal about our clinch, will be in the description below, so check it out when you can. This might be the last clinch for a while. For not a while, but this might be the last clinch of this week. Because I don't think the teams in the wild card standings are kind of that close. So, but you never know. So if let's see, it's Seattle, Winnipeg, the Islanders, Florida, or probably Pittsburgh because that's too close. If any of those team clinch between now and Sunday, I'll have a video up for them. But I should be back next time. I'll be back probably Sunday for the last Sunday recap of the season. So anyway, congrats to our boys. We're gonna do it this year.